Here we go with another Bar Mill Scale Model Works giveaway. This one is Twin Peaks, which we will be giving away on the Workbench Wednesday live stream this coming Wednesday at 8 p.m. And Debbie's going to pick the names out of a hat again, like they did with Loft Candies. So get your entries in to workbenchwednesday@gmail.com. I'll make the cutoff on Wednesday at noon this time. That'll give me enough time to print everything out and cut all the little things up and fold them up if there's any late entries. So don't forget to get it in there and enter to win. You gotta play to win, just like the lotto. So workbenchwednesday@gmail.com by Wednesday at noon with your name and address and your channel name if it's different than your regular name. Here's what it looks like. There's two of them. So there they go right there. Here's one of them. And it comes with three different roofing materials. I did this one with shingles and tar paper. And this one here, I did it actually with the tar paper with the battens on it, on all of them. So they're nice Western style buildings. You can make them anything that you want. And they're cute. So enter the win, and we'll have more as soon as Art gets more kits out. New kits, I should say, new kits. Whenever he has a new kit, he's going to have me do a build on them and give them away. So keep watching so you could be up to date on the new kits from Bar Mills. And while you're at it, check out his website. We'll put the link in the description. He's got a lot of great kits on there and a lot of new stuff coming up. Here's all you have to do right here. Twin Peaks giveaway. Send it to workbenchwednesday@gmail.com. Put your name, your channel name from YouTube or Rumble, and address and phone number if you're in Canada. I'm not sure how the postal service works in Canada, but do that to get your name in this contest. Right here, this stuff right here. There's two buildings in here, and we started the kit last night on the Wednesday night live stream called Workbench Wednesday. And let me show you how far we got if you didn't see it. Here's where we are right now. I cut out one of the sheets. You have two sheets. They're identical. Both buildings are the same. But I got them ready for primer. But what I'm going to do is, since they're old buildings, and I couldn't find my old scratch brushes, so I ended up going to Home Depot and got 3 of these. But I'm going to use this to scrape on the sides of the walls. But before I get to that, I want to show you this also. This is laser board right here, and I think this is MDF with a coating of paper on top of it, and it comes like this. These are the battens. I separated the battens, and there's a score line down here so you could separate the two. I just went over it lightly, but I'll have to go over it a little bit more to separate it. But here's the windows and doors and the corner pieces, trims, and the front part of it. So we'll discuss that a little bit later. But what I want to do right now is just go over this. And that's the bad part about moving, and you can't find where your stuff is. So let me see, I'm gonna try see if this works. See if we get enough scratches on this with this. Let's just give the wood a grain to stand out. This one here, I was thinking about doing staining it, but I don't think this stuff takes stain too well. So what I'm going to use is this right here as a primer, and actually the base coat. I'm going to leave that as the base coat and probably go after it with India ink after that. I'll have to do a test piece on here to see how the India ink works on that after that. We'll see. I might have to do something else on that laser board. So here are the primer coats. This is the gray primer, and this is the khaki camouflage. So the gray primer is this Bear paint. We got this at I think Home Depot. I use this for a lot of wood detail parts. See, like that stuff there. I just put the coat on here. This is Rust-Oleum Chucked. It's Coastal Blue, and I went over it real light, so you still see some of the gray primer behind that. Debbie helped me out picking the window and trim colors. So for this khaki, we're going to use In the Buff for the windows and trim. And for this blue right here, we're going to be using Matte River Rock. We're almost finished with one of the peaks. This is the one I'm making the barbershop. I just put the roof on there, and I just cut the hole in there for the chimney. I got to pull the chimney back out and paint that. I just have it primed. I cut all the battens and spaced them evenly on the roof right here and on the front roof, and then glued the front roof in place. For this supplied wire that's going to hold up the front roof, I determined 3/4 of an inch is about the right length. So let me show you how I cut it. I just have it in here on my cutting mat, and I got 3 of them cut already. I'm only going to need 4. So I just measured out 3/4 of an inch, and I put it up next to the one that I already cut, up against the back of my square, and just mark it like this. I just roll it with the X-Acto blade, and then cut it with my diagonals. And it's easy to find. You don't even have to eyeball it up, because you could just slide your diagonals down on it, and you could feel where it was. To weather this, I just put rusted pipe. That's this stuff right here, rusted pipe. I use Woodsy Smoke right there for the battens. I already have the battens up on there, and that's what it looks like on there. The window panes on here are peel and stick, So it comes in 3 pieces. You have the wide one is front, the skinny one is the back, and then you have the frame. And what you do is you put the 2 together. You put the clear plastic on it, mount it into the wood, and what I like to do is take a little bit of glue once I have it in there and just go around the edges to keep it in place. How you start this off is to get the one that has the wider frame on it. Just peel the backing off of it. To expose the adhesive. Hold it like that. And what I do is hold this one top to bottom and this one side to side and just go like that. And for the glass, you just cut your paint out and it'll fit right up on top of it. I keep the paper on it until after I'm finished with it. Remove the protective coating off of the second panel and just do the same thing. Place it right up on top. And once you have it in there, you could take the paper off of the back of it. When you're installing the windows, make sure you have all of them pointed in the same direction. I mean, you can't tell unless you really look close if you put them upside down. But on some kits, it's obvious. But on this one here, it's not too obvious. But we'll just stick them in here. And what I did not shave down the little nubs on the side. That helps to hold them in place. So what we'll do is just take some glue and just dab some glue, say like on top and bottom, up in here and down there, just to hold it in place a little bit more secure than what they already are. I mean, they're not going to pop out like that, but if you put your thumb in there, it's going to pop out. You can see I just put glue around the edges, top and bottom, and just a little bit on the side, a little bit more on the door. We'll leave the frame around the door and the windows and the side door off until we assemble it. That way, because the side door fits all the way down to the bottom, that way we could put our square up against the edges on 2 sides to make sure that the building is square when you're gluing it. I put glue on the sides as I was gluing it, very lightly, and then brushed it off. But these tabs and slots will be covered with the trim. But now you could just push this up against the square right here, and we'll just hold it in here for a while. It's normally you'd have rubber bands, but with this piece right here, it's kind of hard to do. So we'll just hold it like that. Try to put the pressure in towards the square, and just give it about a minute or so until it gets the glue gets a little bit hard, and then you'll be able to let go. The shed in the back is pretty simple. You just glue the one piece in, and then the back piece you apply glue to both edges. And what I did, I used my tweezers and brought it down in there, and then to make sure that it is flush on the outside, I just set this on the back and just press down like this on both sides, and then while the glue is still holding, so just hold it here like this. These corner pieces are easy to install. They're basically here to cover up the seam, and they fit perfectly over top of the tab and slot. And what you want to do is overlap the front with the side so you don't see the edge from the front. Now you could do the same thing as the back, but that's not very important. But on the front, it's a little bit more important. So you could see right here, you see the entire corner piece, and then this corner piece fits behind the one in the front. You start at the top and snip it off at the bottom. I'll do one here for you. Just peel the backing off of it. And on this one, we're going to do just the opposite of what we did in the front. We're going to let this one hang over a little bit, because we're not going to be typically not going to see the back. So we just get it close and just press it down a little bit just to get it in place. And you can see I got it, it's hanging over just a little bit right there. And what I'll do is I'll cut it off to just show you. Just take your straight edge, make sure it's all the way up to the top. Alright, now we'll take the other one. And while I was cutting it, it slid a little bit, but we'll be able to adjust it. But normally what I do, I put both of them in place and then cut it. But I just wanted to show you, so make it a little bit easier for you to see. And this one here, I'm going to bring up a little bit high, and then we'll snip off the top of it also, because of the roof. It's on an angle, so we'll be able to snip that off. But we'll just bring this one on the side over top, so you're not looking at two edge seams. You're just going to see one edge seam. And since this is the back, that's how it looks right there. Okay, so there you go. And on the top piece, you could do it with a straight edge, or if you have little scissors, you can cut it off that way also. And just get it as close as you can. If you have to, you could just sand off a little bit, but you make sure you have to hold on to it when you're sanding. Push it in towards the building so you don't mess with the adhesive, because adhesive isn't that strong. So just, take it and go towards the building. And there you have the angle on it for the roof. Right there. Thanks for watching me build Twin Peaks. If you would like to win one of these kits from Bar Mills, enter into the giveaway by sending your name and address to workbenchwednesday@gmail.com. I'll be doing more of these giveaways later on once Bar Mills produces more new kits. So until then, I'll be doing some other stuff. I'll be working on the layout over here and working on some other kits. Don't forget to check out Bar Mills' website. I'll put the link in the description. They have a lot of great kits in there, and I'll put up the information right up here. Twin Peaks giveaway. Send it to workbenchwednesday@gmail.com. Put your name, your channel name from YouTube or Rumble, and address and phone number to get your name in this contest. Right here, this stuff right here. That's all there is to it. And don't forget to stick around for the live stream later on tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So until the next time, we'll see ya and have fun with those kits.